Speech topics and help.com say 75% or 3 out of 4 individuals all suffer from some type of speech anxiety. Hi, I'm Adam Bragdon, and today I'm going to speak on some of the causes of speech anxiety, some of the main symptoms of speech anxiety, and some useful techniques of how to combat both. First, I'll touch on some of the main causes. Causes of speech anxiety, differ by many different factors. Some of the main ones may include fear of rejection, whether it's a small crowd in a classroom or a large audience in maybe an auditorium for a major speech. Another one might be social judgment. Maybe most of the audience is some of your peers that you see day to day, and you might be worried about embarrassing yourself. Another one might be you had a bad previous experience of public speaking, and you may have stumbled over your words or embarrassed yourself. Maybe someone was disrespectful and that kind of hurt your self-confidence for speaking in front of other groups of people. But aside from the mental aspect of it, you might just be, most people might be inadequately prepared, didn't take enough time to really prepare for the speech as much as what they really wanted to say, or didn't learn their material thoroughly enough, or the biggest part, didn't practice enough. I know before recording this right now, I've been sitting in front of my webcam trying to practice what I've been wanting to say, what order I wanted to say it in, and some little tidbits that might help. It was a little foreign at first, speaking out loud in my house by myself, but I think it's helped so far. So far, fear of rejection, social judgment, bad previous experience, and inadequate preparation, some of the biggest factors for the causes of our speech anxiety. Now we talk about the causes. We can talk about what people actually feel when they're having their speech anxiety, or symptoms. Some of the most common ones is increased perspiring. Whether you have sweaty hands or sweaty feet, sweaty armpits, rapid heartbeat, before you even do your speech, while you're doing your speech. Just don't have a heart attack. You might get nausea. I feel like you have to throw up when you're thinking about having to get up there and speak in front of everybody. You might even get a little trembling. Your hands might be shaking a little bit. Your throat might get a little cracky or a little wobbly. You might get dry mouth, just out of nervousness or by speaking so much. You might feel like you have a cotton ball in there. There's a lot of different symptoms that people feel, but you gotta remember, they're real common. Everybody gets them. I bet if you sit a big group of people down and share different symptoms for speech anxiety, everyone's pretty much had all the same ones. Some more severe than others. Myself, whenever I get real nervous, my hands get real sweaty, my feet get sweaty. I get real nervous, my throat might get a little wobbly or crack, sometimes. But that's usually about the extent of my speech anxiety. Might get a little jittery sometimes, might be moving around when I'm nervous. But so far we've talked about some of the main causes as to why we get speech anxiety, and I just touched on some of the main symptoms of what we feel when we have speech anxiety. Now, I'd like to talk about some of the techniques that you can use to help ease, improve, or maybe get rid of some of your speech anxiety. Half the battle often is being prepared. Like I said in some of the causes, being prepared will help you drastically by knowing your material through and through and practicing your speech. This technique will help by taking your mind off of that aspect itself and let you concentrate on other things, or more energy towards how you're formulating your words or your sentences, making yourself sound better, instead of worrying about what you're actually about to say. Another part is knowing you're not alone. Like I said, 75% or 3 out of 4 individuals all suffer from speech anxiety, maybe even more people. So when you stand up to give your speech or you hit record on your webcam, just know you're not the only one that's feeling a little nervous. But lastly, a last technique I have to talk about, maybe using a visual aid. You might want to bring a stack of note cards up there with you. Have some of your main techniques, I know I got my little paper on here with some of my main topics so I don't lose my train of thought. Or you might even want to think about using a PowerPoint slide. Take some of the attention off yourself if you think that might help. So what have I talked about? I've talked about the main causes, why we have speaker anxiety, some of the symptoms, what we feel, everybody has them, as well as a few key techniques that might help ease your speaker anxiety, some techniques you might want to practice before giving your speech or while you practice giving your speech to help you feel more comfortable for when you stand up in front of people. So, speaker anxiety is caused by many different factors. Everyone suffers the same symptoms, and many techniques are there for you to utilize to help improve your public speaking. So, in a nutshell, that was my speech. I hope I delivered it well for you, and I'm looking forward to listening to all your other speeches. I've looked at a couple already and they look pretty good. So, thanks. Bye.